This man right here is haunting my timeline, mainly because this video is being shown to me now, which is recorded 12 years later.
Hi everyone, it's been a while since I did a video, and I just want to do a quick video discussing where Bitcoin is and what it's going to do in the next few months, at least what I see it's going to do. I mean, I could be completely wrong, and I've been wrong before, but it's fun to guess at these things, and so I'm going to lay out some guesses on where it's going and so forth. One of the things I want you to understand is that Bitcoin is more than just a payment system. Satoshi Nakamoto, he wrote it as to ensure that you could do escrow transactions, bonded contracts, third party arbitration, and multi party signatures, and much more. This this system, this whole Bitcoin protocol, is such a big game changer that the Bart Chilton coming out and saying that he wants to regulate it, he has no clue how that he's going to get a knife in the belly and a twist, that criminal, right, who says that
Look, y'all,
silver's not manipulated.
ladies and gentlemen, I feel like I passed up so many opportunities to be rich, and I've always like prayed and asked for God for opportunities to, like be put in front of me. And I'm gonna give you a list of examples of what opportunities I missed, like for real. When I started high school, I want to say my sophomore year, I took an electronic engineering class. And in that engineering class, one of my really good friends at the time, his dad was the teacher, and he was also a coach. And so, I was always chilling with his son a lot, and we were part of a team sport together. And during his class, whenever he was teaching, sometimes he would sprinkle in a little bit of like stock, what I'm saying, like stock advice. And he would also say like, oh, here's a side project that I would have y'all do that's completely separate from engineering. He's like, I want y'all to create this investment account. And it was just like it was like a penny stock account. It was like we were just trading fake money. But he wanted to teach us how to get into investing because that's how you make passive wealth. That's how you accumulate wealth. You know what I'm saying? By investing into things that pay you back later. Sometimes you might get lucky and you get paid back immediately. You just never know. You can't time the market. And I'm not here to give any type of financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. You know what I'm saying? I'm just talking about experiences that I've had throughout my life, right? And this man right here is haunting me because, like I said, in 2010, I was being taught how to invest and I wasn't paying attention. There was like only two people in that class of like 30 that was actually paying attention. Like I was just worried about having fun and acting like a clown, you know. I graduated, but I left a lot on the table personally that I feel
Um,
by not listening to people like him.
he's
And it's
going to
always the
see
bald
that
people. It's always the bald
Bitcoin
motherfuckers
is
that
going
got
to
like the most
regulate its
insight and
own
information
self,
that I feel
because
like I should be
you
listening
can
to,
create a system that allows for uh, what's it called, leverage options and what's it called, derivatives, basically, which they want to regulate, um, without a centralized system. And and these are the amazing things that the Bitcoin protocol provides, that you're not aware of. So right now, most people are talking about is like, hey, you can buy drugs with it. You can you can what's it called? You can buy a few things with it. You could transfer. You could just speculate it and so forth. But
And I feel like that's another reason as to why I never really got into Bitcoin too or just cryptocurrency, because every time that I would see, I think the first time I had seen anything about Bitcoin, it was in a movie. And I think it was Compton or something like that. I can't remember what movie it was. Somebody drop it in there if you remember. But they was using Bitcoin to like sell drugs, buy drugs. Not saying that I was against it or for it. I'm not on either side of it. I was just like, I'm not about to buy nothing on the black market. I'm not finna do all of that. You know what I'm saying? It's like I could just use straight up cash. I want to buy something. I don't need to not be traced. That's just kind of how I was thinking back then.
no, no, no. This system is bigger is bigger than you really, really can
For real
perceive
was.
right now. It's basically like perceiving the internet to where it is today
Mm-hmm.
back in 1992.
That's how I feel
You
about
can't
YouTube as well.
perceive what the internet would provide, right, back in 1992. I had no clue that YouTube would be existing in, in 1992. So clearly, this is how big, and I'm trying to explain that this is how big Bitcoins is going to be. It also
And this goes to show that when somebody has an idea, let's say if someone comes up to you and they pitch an idea and they're wanting you to be one of the first people to hop on this train before it takes off, you know what I'm saying? Which is, in this instance, Bitcoin, or the internet, YouTube, whichever one, you know? And someone's telling you, it's like, hey, get in on this because it's going to be big. I know I can be wrong, but this ain't going to hurt you really at all. It's only a couple of dollars. Put $1 in. You never know where it's going to take you. That $1 could turn into 1,000, could turn into 10,000, to 1,000,000. You don't know.
so right, if it catches on in a big
But you
way,
be the
right,
first, and then
all
you
those
just not
features,
follow.
right, have already been laid down in the very beginning. Satoshi thought of all these things, right, for finances. And I don't know how, but he's laid it all down inside the Bitcoin protocol, so that it's possible once it gets big enough. Wow, this system has to remain free and open. I'm going to move my life in that direction, ensuring that Bitcoins does not get co-opted by the Rothschilds and the Rockefellers and so forth, because it is a freedom provider for the rest of humanity. Because you can't create more. It's math.
Bro, he said it is a freedom provider, and that's why I'm talking about this haunts me, man. Like, I was, it was in 2017, I believe. I was in the gym, okay? I was in between sets. I grabbed my phone, bro. I grabbed my phone, and I'm looking at it. And I see Bitcoin. I'm looking at it, and it's like Bitcoin, 7 grand, you know? At the time, I had like $17,000 saved, liquid, you know? And I was like, I should buy one. I should buy one, Because I seen it go from 500 before, and now it's 7,000. But then whenever I see it at 7,000, I'm like, that's the highest it's going to go. I've seen stocks before, but I never expected anything to go like 20,000, 30,000. Never expected that, bro. And the unfortunate thing is it feels like some things you're not ready for, like God kind of put things the way they are or put you in a position, and he gives you the option to make the choice, to make the decision. So what I mean is, I had the option to buy 2 Bitcoin in 2017. I decided to, nah, that's okay. I'm not going to do that. That's just hella expensive. And I like holding on to my cash. Let me just get in my next set, right? And then not too long after that, I got into a car accident, and then I ended up taking out, a big down payment on a new car with that money that I had saved up. You know what I'm saying? I could have put a big down payment on the car and bought a Bitcoin and then reap the rewards of all those gains from that one Bitcoin. Now, that's up to me to have been able to hold on to it all the way up to the top. But, that's just another form of discipline that you just got to have. I don't think they could teach that. Maybe. You just got to have that within you. Because who would have known? I could have probably sold my Bitcoin at 33,000. I could have sold it at 70,000. Even that 120, 130 that it got up to. You just never know, bro. But I could have turned $7,000 into 130, bro. And if I would have bought it, if I would have seen it in the beginning of January 2017, I think in the beginning of January 2017, how much was it? Start of year, $998 on January 1st, bro. January
Mathematically
1st.
impossible. And you know, a lot of you are skeptical. A lot of you don't believe in the Bitcoin system, and that's fine. You can stay on the sidelines, but if you really, really
Bro, that's haunting me.
want to become wealthy in the future, I would suggest you take one frickin' dollar, $1, buy some bitcoins, put it in a goddamn wallet, put it a fucking away. Okay, I'm sorry for swearing, but you know what? It's just a dollar. Get some bitcoins, put it away. Goes to nothing. Who cares, right? You only spent a dollar,
I know, man.
right? You'll
Not
get
in my
a million
case.
satoshis for $1, right? And the way I see it, that will be worth $1 million adjusted inflation for inflation once Bitcoin gets to where it's going to
He's
be.
right.
So it's up to you. You know what? Um, I know you're not going to listen to that advice, most of you, and it's kind of sad because you know what? I was proud of the fact that once at least 5 people have become either millionaires or well off that have emailed me thanking me for recommending bitcoins. Now, I'm hoping that every single one of you buys $1 worth of bitcoins, just one freaking dollar, because you're going to be thanking me for that $1.
And why couldn't YouTube show me this video in 2012, bro? Like, I was on YouTube, man. Not like this, but I was on YouTube, bro. They could have recommended this to me.
Just $1
They want to do that now.
that you purchased. But the odds are most of you, 90% of you, are not going to buy even $1 worth of bitcoins. For what reason? I have no idea. Anyways, if you take my advice, that's great. If not, that's the way it is.
I'm
Uh,
gonna be
as for the
so rich with
guessing
this.
of where Bitcoin's going to go in the next 6 months, I think Bitcoin's is in a spiral downtrend. I believe that it's
This man said right currently in the making of this video, Bitcoin was $25. Oh my god. Bro, he probably bought like 100 Bitcoin, dude. This dude probably bought 100 Bitcoin, dog.
going to go down for quite a bit, bottom out around $26, $20 to $26, and then start moving back up for over the next 3 years. Um, I could be wrong because if a black swan like Cyprus flies, then all bets are off, and bitcoins might skyrocket from there. So, if you like this video, please rate it, and I hope you enjoy
Dude
your
is
day.
haunting me. Yep. And let me tell you something, bro. It's like, dude, he said that he could be wrong. He's been wrong before, but this one in particular, the dude is a millionaire. He's gotta be a billionaire or something. Like if he bought, let me see, bro. Let me see this. If he sold his Bitcoin, okay, let's see if he bought. Let's say if he had $1,000 invested, right, and he had 40 Bitcoin. If they were $25 a piece, he probably bought them way earlier. He probably bought them when it was $1. I don't know, but if he had 40 Bitcoin, bro, and he sold them at that 100,000, that's 4 milli, bro. He is well off. This dude is rich, and everybody's watching that YouTube video. He is rich. I'm selling my Maybach. Yeah, bro. Dude is rich as hell.